Hi, good morning children. Welcome to school time. I am Sofia, HST English, NNMHSS CHELEMBRA. Okay, how are you all? Are you fine? I hope all are fine in your homes. Okay, and now we are undergoing through the toughest time of our lives, and we know that the world as a whole is trembling with the effect of the pandemic COVID. Okay, don't be panic about that. It is not a time to become panic. Please don't be panic about that. And it is a time to be brave and think intelligently. What we should do is that follow the instructions of the governments and the health department and keep social distance and be safe in your homes. Okay. Let us start our class. It is our third class. This is our third class in English. Am I right? Yes. Okay. Do you know what we are going to learn about? Today we are going to learn about tenses. And don't be tensed hearing the word tense. It is simple. It is very easy, and I will make you understand what are tenses and how we can make sentences in different tense forms. Okay. And before going to that, before studying tense, we should know about verbs. You should know about verbs. What are verbs? Can you say what are verbs? Yes. Simply saying, verbs are action words. Yes, verbs are action words. Look here. She makes kite. This is a sentence. She makes kite. Can you identify the verb here? She makes kite. What is she doing? She makes kite. She is making kite. So here in this sentence the verb is make. Make is the verb used in this sentence. Verb is a sentence that describe an action, event or a state. Verb is a sentence describe an action, event or a state. Clear? Okay. So now we understood that verb is a action word. That means verb describe an action or an event or an incident or a state. And verb also gives us information about the time of the action, event or a state. It also gives us information. Verb also gives us information about the time of action, at which time this action happened, and the time of action or event or a state. So verb has one more function, which that is give information about the time of the action, event or a state. So we can say that tense is the form of the word tense. The word tense is a word which indicate the form of verb which shows the time of an action and its degree of completion. So the word tense is used to indicate the form of the verb which shows the time of an action, event or state and its degree of completion. The time of action we are getting while looking at the verb, we can understand the time of the action, event or state and its degree of completion. Is it completed or is it continuing? Is it started? We can get information about that. So the word tense is used to indicate the form of the verb which shows the time of action, event or state, and it also gives us information about its degree of completion, right? Now we can say that the tense is the ability of the verb to situate themselves in time. It is the ability of the verb to situate themselves in time. They can situate in 3 times. a verb can situate in 3 times. Now, then and later. A verb can situate in these 3 times: now, then and later. Here now means in the present condition, in the present time. Now means in the present time, and then is the past time. Past time. Here see later. Later is the future time. Later is the future time. So now I think you could understand a verb can exist or a verb can situate in now, then and later. Here now means the present time, then means the past time, and later means the future time. Okay, clear? And I'll give you one more information about tense. And this word tense, it is derived from a word tempus. It is derived from a word tempus, which means time. It is a Latin word. Tempus is a Latin word which means time. From that word we got the name tense. Okay. So you understood tense is the forms of a verb which shows the time of action, its continuance and its completion. So tense is a word, a term indicate, or it is a form of a verb, forms different forms. Tenses are different forms of a verb which shows the time of the action, then its continuance and its completion. Clear? Okay. Look at these sentences. Rahul plays chess every day. Rahul played chess yesterday. Rahul will play chess at the tournament next week. There are 3 sentences written here. Rahul plays chess every day. Rahul played chess yesterday. Rahul will play chess at the tournament next week. Please study these sentences. Okay. It is easy to identify the verbs here. In the first one, Rahul plays chess every day. Yes. Plays is the verb here. And in the second one, Rahul played chess yesterday. In the second one, played is the verb used here. Rahul will play chess at the tournament next week. There, will play is the verb in the third sentence. And these verbs, plays, played and will play, 3 verbs, they indicate 3 aspects of time. These 3 verbs, these 3 forms of verbs indicates 3 aspects of time, which is present, past and future respectively. That is, plays represent plays that indicate the present time, played that indicate the past time, and will play that indicate the future time. Okay. So the present tense, past tense and future tense, they are the 3 main tenses in English. Present tense, past tense and future tense. They are the 3 major tenses we are in English. See, present tense, past tense and future tense, the 3 main tenses in English. Okay. So we found the 3 major tenses in English: the present tense, the past tense and the future tense respectively. So, and in these 3 tenses, these 3 forms each of them has 4 subdivisions also. Each of these tenses have 4 subdivisions also. They are the simple form. They are the simple form. The first one is simple form of the tense, and the second one is the continuous form of the tense, and the third one the perfect form of tense, and the fourth one the perfect continuous form. The simple form, the continuous form, we can also say the progressive form, and the perfect form and the perfect continuous form or the perfect progressive form. They are the four subdivisions of the three main tenses. So 3 into 4 we have 12 tense forms. Is it clear? And there are 3 tenses, mainly 3 tenses, and each of them has 4 subdivisions. So we have 3 into 4, 12 tense forms. Now we have to study the 12 tense forms in detail. Okay. We shall start with the present tense. Okay. And for the present tense also there are 4 subdivisions. The simple present and the present continuous, then the present perfect and the present perfect continuous tense. So first one, the simple present tense. Look here, Rahul plays chess every day. And another example, the earth moves around the sun. There are 2 sentences written here. Rahul plays chess every day and the earth moves around the sun. And these 2 sentences are written in simple present tense. Rahul plays chess every day and the earth moves around the sun. While studying the first sentence, what is the meaning of the first sentence? The first sentence tells us that playing chess is a habit with Rahul. Rahul plays chess every day. Every day Rahul plays chess. So playing chess is a habit with Rahul. So here through the present simple present tense we are describing a habit. And in the second one, the earth moves around the sun. Earth moves around the sun. This is a universal truth, like that all glitters are not gold, like that. Earth, sun is shining, like that. These are the earth moves around the sun. This is a universal truth. So we can use simple present tense to express the universal truth and the habits and to express an existing state of affairs. We are using simple present tense to express a habit, to express a universal truth, or to express an existing state of affairs. So Rahul plays chess every day. That is a habit. The earth moves around the sun. That is a universal truth. And how do you know how can we form such a sentence? For forming simple present tense, we are using the bare form or the S or ES form of the verb. We are using the bare form. What is the bare form of a verb? Bare form of a verb is the plain infinitive of a verb. For example, eat. Eat is the bare form of that verb. And looked is a verb, and look is the bare form or plain infinitive of that verb. We are using such bare forms of the verbs and S or ES forms of the verb. S or ES forms of the verb means we are adding an S or ES immediately after the bare form. So we will get the S or ES form of the verb. For constructing simple present tense, we are using the bare or plain infinitive or the S or ES form of the verb. You can easily understand this through the examples. See the first example, they eat mangoes. They eat mangoes. There, eat is the verb. Eat is the verb there, and it is the bare form of the verb. It is the bare form or the plain infinitive of the verb. They eat mangoes. In the second one, you like ice cream, don't you? You like ice cream, don't you? Here like is the verb and it is the bare form. You can understand that it is the bare form of the verb or the plain infinitive of the verb. Okay. I walk to the school every day. Here walk is the verb and it is also the bare form. It is the bare form of the verb. And in the fourth example, there is a change. He likes cricket. He likes cricket. Here, likes is the verb. It is the S form of the or S or ES form of the verb. We added a S there. Like is the bare form and then it is suffixed with the S. So, likes is the verb. She makes cake. Makes. Again, it is a S or ES form of the verb is used here. So, where are we using the bare form and where are we using the S or ES form? Shall we find out that? Okay. And we use the bare or plain infinitive of the verb when the subject of the sentence is plural or the subject of the sentence is I, we, you or they. If the subject of the sentence is I, you, they, we or it is plural, it is a plural sentence subject, we use the bare form. We use the bare form of the verb. We use the bare form of the verb. When the subject of the sentence is he, she, it and singular or it is singular, we can use yes or es form of the verb. Form of the verb. Here, when it is plural, if the subject of the sentence is plural, we use the bare form or the plain infinitive of the verb, or if the subject of the sentence is I, we, they, or you, we can use the bare form. And if the subject of the sentence is singular or it is he, she or it, we can use the S or ES form of the verb. Is it clear? Okay. So, the simple present tense is using to express. Now, it is clear to you that I think it is clear to you that the simple present tense is using to express a universal truth or a habit or the existing state of affairs, and to form such a verb, such a tense, we use the bare form or S or ES form of the verb. Clear? Okay. Next, present continuous tense or present progressive tense. Rahul is playing chess. It is a sentence written in present continuous tense. Rahul is playing chess. Not the change in the verb. There occurred change in the form of verb. Rahul is playing chess. What does it mean? He is playing chess. That means the action play is taking place now. The action play is taking place. It is happening now. He is playing, now Rahul is playing chess. That is the meaning of that sentence. Rahul is playing chess. And this present continuous tense is using to express an idea or express an action which is happening or which is taking place at the time of speaking. An action that is taking place at the time of speaking. We for that purpose we use the present continuous tense. Okay. And for example, I am teaching English. That is happening now. Now I am teaching English. So these types of sentence is called present continuous tense. They are using to express an action which is happening or which is taking place at the time of speaking. At the time of speaking, the action is taking place. That is present continuous tense. How can we form such a tense? And for constructing present continuous tense, we should use a be verb and the ing form of the verb. A be verb and the ing form of the verb. And what is a be verb? Be verb means is, am or are. We should use the form of the verb is, am or are. That is be verb. Different forms of be verb is, am or are plus ing form of the verb. Ing form of the verb we can also call it present participle. Ing, verb plus ing, we can call it present participle or ing participle. We can also call it ing participle or present participle. We can simply say ing form of the verb. We will get present continuous tense by adding a be verb plus ing form of the verb. That is, am, are plus ing form of the verb. And see another examples. I am reading a book. Am reading. I am reading a book. That is happening now. He is reading a book. He is studying in England. He is studying in England. Next one, they are playing football. They are now, they are, that children, they are playing football. That is happening at this moment. It is happening now. Okay. And we can make a timeline like this. See, past, this one present and the future. Here, this is the line and this future, this is present and this is past. And now we are discussing the present continuous tense. So, it is happening in the present. It is starting in the present time and it is happening in the present time. This is what we call present continuous tense. It happened in the present time and it is continuing. It is continuing in the present time. I am teaching English. Now I am teaching English. So, we are using present continuous tense to express an action which is going on, which is continuing or which is taking place at the time of speaking, right? Okay. Next, the third one is present perfect tense. Third one, present perfect tense. See the example, Rahul has played chess for 3 hours. Rahul has played chess for 3 hours. It is a sentence in present perfect tense. Here, what is the idea conveyed here? Rahul has played chess for 3 hours. This sentence indicate that an action is over, an action is completed, but its effect is still felt or experienced. The action is completed. That particular action is completed now, but its effect is still there. To express such an action, we use the present perfect tense. See, we can see that present perfect tense. A thing happened, started or begin and it is complete, ended, it is completed here. In the present time it also completed, but its effect is still there. Its effect is still feeling. That type of tense, that type of tense is called present perfect tense. The form of present perfect tense is have or has plus past participle of the verb. Past participle of the verb means the V3 form of the verb. The third form of the verb is called past participle of the verb. For example, eat. Eat is the bare form of the verb, and then ate. Ate is the past tense of this verb, and eaten. Eaten is the past participle of the, or the V3 form of the verb, V1, V2 and V3 form of the verb. So, its form is have or has plus past participle of the verb. And there are some more examples. The students have done the exercise. The students have done the exercise. Second one, I have lost my umbrella. I have lost my umbrella. Then Dinu has washed his car. He has finished washing his car. That is the meaning of the sentence. Dinu has finished washing the car. Okay. The train has just left. The train has just left. He has already submitted the project. He has already submitted the project. See, has already submitted, has submitted. The form is there. And has left, has washed, have lost, have done. This is the form of the present perfect tense. What is the use of this tense? By forming such a sentence, we are expressing an action. We are expressing an action that ended, that is over. The action is over, but the effect of the action is still felt. We are feeling the effect. We are feeling the effect of that action that is over in the present, that is ended in the present time. Present perfect tense. See, and with this tense, we are using the adverbs like now, just, today, already, still, this morning, never, not yet. Such types of adverbs are also using with this tense. See, in the fourth one, the train has just left. There is a word just, an adverb is there. An adverb just is used there. The train has just left. Ipo poite ullu train. He has already submitted the project. See, there is a already there. Already is an adverb used there, and we often use such adverbs with this present perfect tense. So it is clear. I think it is clear. It is a tense we are using to express an action which is over, but its effect is still felt or experienced. The form of the verb is have or has plus past participle of the verb. Okay. Next one, the last of the present tense, the present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense, there is an example we can see. Rahul has been playing chess for the last 3 hours. Rahul has been playing chess for the last 3 hours. What does it mean? This sentence expresses the idea that 3 hours has passed since Rahul began to play chess. 3 hours has passed since Rahul began to play chess. That means Rahul began to play chess and he is continuing playing the chess, and it will continue for some more time. He is playing chess and it will continue for some more time. And the present perfect continuous tense is using to express an action which is started, which has begun in the past and is continuing in the present, and that will continue some more time in the future. That first it happened in the past, it is started in the past, and now it is continuing through the present, and that will continue some more time in the future. That is what we call present perfect continuous tense. See, in the timeline, this present perfect continuous tense, we can see it in the timeline. It is started in the past. This tense is started in the past, and it is continuing through the present. It is continuing through the present, and it will continue some more time in the future. It will only end in the future. This action is started in the past, and it continue through the present, and it will only end in the future. In order to express such actions, we are using the present perfect continuous tense. See, Rahul has been playing chess for last 3 hours. He started it in the past and is continuing now, and he will continue playing chess for some more time in the future. Clear? Okay. The form of the verb is has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. That is has or have. After the subject has or have, then been ചേർക്കണം, പിന്നെന്താണ് verb plus ing, the present participle of the verb or the ing participle of the verb. See the examples. The child has been sleeping all afternoon. The child has been sleeping all afternoon. Second one. It has been raining all this week. It has been raining all this week. Started earlier, continue, it is continuing raining, and it will continue for some more time. Okay. They have been waiting to hear from you all morning. They have been waiting. Okay. So, the present perfect continuous tense, it is simple, and we are expressing an action which is started in the past and continue in the present and will end in the future time. It will continue for some more time in the future through this tense. We express such an action through this tense. Okay, now we completed the present tense, the simple present, then the present progressive or present continuous, third one the present perfect, and the fourth one the present perfect continuous. Simple present, I told you that simple present shows an action, habits and universal truths or existing state of affairs. And the second one, present continuous, it is showing an action which is taking place at the time of speaking. നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന ആ ടൈമിൽ നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക, at the time of speaking it is happening. And the third one, present perfect, which indicate an action that has finished, that is over, but its effect is still there. Okay. And the fourth one, present perfect continuous, and this tense tells us about an action that started from the past and it is continuing throughout the present, and it will end only after some more time in the future. So, clear? Okay. Shall we move on to the next? It is past tense. The next tense is past tense. Okay, let us study past tense. And in the past tense also we have 4 forms: the simple past, the past continuous, the past perfect, and the past perfect continuous. 4 forms are there, and the first one, simple past tense. The simple past tense is using to express a completed action in the past. See, Rahul played chess yesterday. It is very clear that he played chess yesterday. He finished playing chess yesterday. Rahul played chess yesterday. This is an example for simple past tense, which shows the action happened in a past time. It took place in the past. An action took place happened in the past. Okay. The form of the verb is in the past form of the verb is using here. Example, play. Play is the plays, the present form, and played is the past form. The past form is used here. To construct simple past tense, we use the past tense form. Play, played, played. So, played, the second form, played is used here, the past form. And Rani got a job last month. Another example, Rani got a job. Here got is the verb used and get is the present tense and got is the past. Okay. So, Rani got a job last month. Last month she got a job. Varun passed the examination in 2005. Passed. Passed is the past tense form of pass. So, Varun passed the examination in 2005. So, simple past tense is using to express an action which took place in the past. It happened in the past. We use this tense as a thing happened, started and ended. It has happened in the past. It has happened in the an action happened in the past. We are expressing through simple past tense an action happened in the past. And while writing this simple past tense, we sometimes we use adverbs or adverbial phrases of past time. We also use adverbs or adverbial phrases of past time like yesterday, last night, a few days ago, last year, a few weeks before, like that, etc. We are using, sometimes we are using these adverbs or adverbial phrases of past time with the simple past tense. So, is it clear? Past tense is using to express an action which took place in the past time. It took place in the past time. Okay. Next, past continuous tense. The second form of the past tense. The past continuous tense. Rahul was playing chess. It is a sentence written in past continuous tense. Rahul was playing chess. We use this tense to indicate the idea that to indicate an action that were taking place for a certain time in the past, that were taking place for a certain time in the past. That means it was that were in progress, that were taking place, that were continuing in past time. An action that were continuing for some time in the past. It was continuing for some time, for a certain time in the past. This tense or this through this tense we express the action that were continuing for a certain time in the past. Clear? The form of this verb is, this tense is was or were plus verb plus ing. That means was or were after the subject, we can add was or were, then the ing form of the verb or the present participle or the ing participle of the verb. Here, he was watching TV while she was cooking. He was watching TV. He is the subject and was watching TV while she was cooking. Second one, it was raining when I went outside. It was raining, the action were in progress in the past time. It were continuous for some time in the past. Clear? Okay. So, we use past continuous tense to express an action that were in progress, that were taking place for some time, for a certain time in the past. Okay. Next one, the third of the past tense, the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense. Rahul had played chess before I reached. It is a sentence written in past perfect tense. Rahul had played chess before I reached. And we saw that we use the simple past tense for expressing an action that happened in the past. a thing, an action that took place in the past. And in past perfect tense, we are expressing an action, we are expressing the present effect of a past action. Through this tense, we are expressing the present effect of a past action. That means we can only use past perfect tense in connection with another past action. We can only use past perfect tense in relation with another past action. That means it is simple. That means if the simple past tense will do if there is only one past action. It is enough. Simple past tense is enough to show only one past action. At the same time, past perfect tense is a must if there are two past actions. If we are mentioning two past actions, if we are talking about two past actions, past perfect tense is a must. And if there are two past actions, we are expressing the first past action, the earlier of the past action, with this tense, that is past perfect tense. See, the form of the past perfect tense is had plus past participle of the verb. And I told you that if there are two past actions, we express the first past action with the past perfect tense. See, Rahul had played chess before I reached. There are two past actions. You can find two actions in the same sentence. See, Rahul had played chess before I reached. What are the two actions mentioned here? Yes, the first one, Rahul played chess. It is one action, and the second action, I reached. So, two past actions are there in the same sentence. So, we should write the first past action using the past perfect tense. Rahul had played chess before I reached. The first action is Rahul played chess. I reached is the second one. So, we expressed the first action with the past perfect tense. That is, Rahul had played chess before I reached. And see, there are two actions happening in the past. We need to talk about two actions. There are one action is here and the second is here. Two actions. Both are finished. Both the actions are finished and that are happened in the past. So, two actions are there. To express these two, when we want to talk about these two actions at the same time, we should use, this is the first past action and this is the second past action. And in such times, we should use the past perfect tense, past perfect tense for the first action, and the simple, we use the simple past for the second action. Clear? And if there is only one action, the simple past tense will do. We can use simple past tense if there are only one action, but there are two actions. So, we should use the past perfect tense for mentioning the first action and simple past for the second one. The form of the verb is had plus past participle of the verb. Another example, he had switched off the lights before he left the room. Study the sentence. Can you find out two actions? Yes, there are two actions. What is the first one? He switched off the lights. He switched off the lights. And what is the second action? He left the room. He had switched off the lights before he left the room. The first action was he switched off the lights. Second was he left the room. So we used past perfect tense in the first action, for the first action, and for the second we used simple present. Simple past. In the second example, by the time the doctor arrived, the patient had died. By the time the doctor arrived, the patient had died. What are the two actions here? First one, the doctor arrived. Second one, the patient died. What action happened first? Yes, the patient died. Only after that the doctor came there. മരിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ്, രോഗി മരിച്ചിട്ടാണ് ഡോക്ടർ അവിടെ വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. So we used past perfect tense for the first action. The patient had died. By the time the doctor arrived, the patient had died. Clear? Next and the last of the past tense, past perfect continuous tense. And past perfect continuous tense, first we shall look at the example. Rahul had been playing cricket for 2 hours. Rahul had been playing cricket for 2 hours. It is a sentence written in past perfect continuous tense, past perfect progressive tense. And through this tense, we are expressing an action that started in the past and lasted for some time or continued for some time in the past and also entered in the past. And we express through this tense, by this tense we are expressing an action that started in the past and continued for some time in the past and entered in the past time. So everything is happening in the past. So starting in the past, continuing for some time in the past and end in the past. To express such action we use past perfect tense. See, started in the past. It started in the past and it continued for some time in the past. It continued for some time, lasted for some time in the past, and also it ended in the past. Started, continued for some time and ended in the past. Such for such actions we use the past perfect continuous tense. See, had been plus verb plus ing. Had be subject, after the subject had been, you must add had been plus the ing form of the verb or the present participle of the verb can be used. Next example, I had been working in a bank for 2 years. I had been working in a bank for 2 years. Raju had been working on that project right from the day he was put in charge of it. He had been working in that project, on that project right from the day he was put in charge of it. So we finished the past tense. Clear? We shall make a look at the past tense. Simple past tense is using to express an action which is completed in the which just took place in the past, and past continuous is using to express an action which were taking place for a certain time in the past. And the past perfect we use it when if we want to mention, if we want to talk about 2 past actions, we use the past perfect tense for the first action. And the last one, past perfect continuous tense, the action is started in the past and it continued for some time in the past and it ended in the past. For that we use the past perfect continuous tense. Next one, future tense. And for future tense also there are 4 forms. There are 4 subdivisions for the future tense also. And the first one is simple future tense, second one future continuous tense, and the third one future perfect, and the fourth one future perfect continuous. Okay, the first one simple future tense. Rahul will play chess. It is in simple future tense. You can say that, you can see, you can understand that here we make a prediction about future. We are saying that will happen in the coming days. We are saying will play. He will do that. Rahul will play chess. So we are making a prediction. We are making a prediction about the future, or we are expressing our wish, or we are expressing the idea that the action will take place in a future time. The action will, we are predicting that will, he will come tomorrow, she will go there after 2 days, like that. We are predicting something, we are predicting the action, we are hoping that the action will take place in the future. That is simple future tense. Say, I shall meet him tomorrow. I shall meet him tomorrow, and he will go there. All are predictions. So the form of the verb is shall or will plus bare form of the verb. Play is the bare or plain infinitive of the verb. It is the form of the simple future tense. Shall or will plus bare form of the verb is using to construct simple future tense. I shall meet him tomorrow, and I will go there. We are predicting something. We give a prediction about the future. We are expressing that action will happen, that will happen in the future. Next one, future continuous tense, future progressive or future continuous tense. Rahul will be playing chess at this time tomorrow. Rahul will be playing chess at this time tomorrow. See, through this sentence we express an activity in progress for a certain time in the future. Through this tense we express an activity that will continue for some time, for a certain time in the future. We are expressing an activity that will continue for some time in the future. And when we see here, and we are thinking that will happen for some time. The thing will happen for some time in the future. We are thinking that this action will continue for some time in the future. That is future continuous tense. One example is the children will be sleeping when we reach home. The children will be sleeping. We are thinking that when we reach home, the children will be sleeping. They are continuing sleeping when we reach there. Second one, it will be raining tonight. It will be raining tonight. We are hoping that it will be raining. It will continue raining this night. Okay, this is future continuous tense. Next, the future perfect tense, the third future tense, the future perfect tense. Rahul will have played chess by the end of the day. It is a sentence in future perfect tense. Rahul will have played chess by the end of the day. Here we are expressing the idea that this sentence tells us that a certain action will be completed in a particular date or time in the future. A certain action will be completed within a date in the future, within a time in the future. So, what are we doing with this? We are expressing an action that will be completed. We are hoping that the action will be completed in a specific time. The certain action will be completed in a time in the future. So we are thinking that will complete here. The action will complete by this date. This is a date or a time, and we hope that the action will complete in that date, within that date or within that time. For expressing this we use future perfect tense. Another examples, and before that we should know the form of the verb. Will, shall plus have plus past participle of the verb is using here. See, will is there. Rahul will have played. Then have. After that played, the past participle of the verb play. So will or shall plus have plus past participle of the verb is using with the in this tense, future perfect tense. We shall have finished our project by the end of this month. We shall have finished our project. We are hoping we can finish the project by the end of this month. By the end of, there is a time we are hoping our project will be finished by the end of this month. And he will have published his second novel by June. He will have published. Publish ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. ജൂൺ ആകുമ്പോഴേക്കും ഈ നോവൽ അദ്ദേഹം പബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. സോ we are hoping he will have published his second novel by June. For expressing such actions, such ideas, we are using the future perfect tense. Okay. Last one, the future perfect continuous tense or the future perfect progressive tense. Rahul will have been playing chess when we reach there. Will have been playing chess. Rahul will have been playing chess when we reach there. And this sentence tells us how long an action will be in progress. And through this tense we are expressing an action. We are expressing how long this action will take place, will be in progress in the future. Progress at a given date, or time, future date or time. And we are expressing or we are saying about how long the action will be in progress in the future. Through this tense we are expressing how long, etra neendu ponu, how long the action will take place. It is progress. Action will be progressing in the future date. It is in progress in the future. See, will or shall plus have been plus verb plus ing is the form of the verb. Will or shall plus have been plus ing form of the verb is the form of this tense. By Christmas, I shall have been working in this school for 16 years. By Christmas, I shall have been working in this school for 16 years. This is a sentence written in future perfect continuous tense. Okay. Now we have completed tenses, and I think you have understood the three main tenses and its four subdivisions, and we have studied it. I will be here. It is time to wind up my class, and I will be here with a new grammar topic soon. Okay, till then, bye.